All right.
So,
Is that McConaughey? Did he just?
all right. Oh. What am I just did a podcasting DJ voice the entire time? We got Adam Kenney on the show today. Adam, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good. Are you what were you, action star there? What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You Keanu Reeves right now?
Whoa.
So, Keanu, what do you think about the newest movie you're in?
Oh, well, actually, I'm in a video game. Bro.
What game? What game is that? Are you
Cyberpunk.
Wait, are you Keanu Reeves doing an impression of Nicolas Cage?
Hey, man.
You're doing a really
The
good.
bees.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Random Chats with Adam. That was a good intro. That was not planned. That was just a random chat
With Adam.
Jinx.
Ding.
So I've been getting a million texts,
messages, questions for me.
and it's actually just fantasy football trading. This is the final week.
Questions for me. Well, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make no changes.
No changes.
And just limp into the playoffs and lose.
Do not adjust at all. You were telling me before we got started here, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's save this for the pod.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You were talking about...
yes. How my life has made a major downturn.
Yeah. Let's talk about
it. It made more sense in the moment because you said I had bad juju, and I just was going to say that dogs, like when I was younger, stranger dogs would love me. I'd just put my hand out, they'd smell my hand and be like, oh, you're great. And then I'd pet them. And now dogs don't trust me. They like bark at me and stuff.
Yeah, well, here's
I think it's my beard.
Here's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Some of these dogs could have had
each other.
Could have had a bad experience with taller people. That's the thing. It's a difference between being a kid and an adult. I've noticed that dogs, when you're a kid, they kind of run up and they'll like lick your face and sniff you a little bit, but they're not afraid of you because you're not towering over them. But when you become an adult, you can be wearing a hat, you can be having a beard. It's something to where perhaps there was something earlier on in their life that was just that scary moment.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I try to crouch down to their level, but
that's good.
Yeah, I try to.
You don't try to get your tippy toes. You don't get your tippy toes.
I stand on step ladders. I carry one around with me.
But your life really hasn't taken a downturn. I think you were just
with dogs,
and my recording
and your
equipment.
Bad juju.
The thing last time, and we got through it. I haven't had any sort of like clipping recording ever in the past like 3 years. And then we had you on finally after about 8 months.
And the first like 3 minutes.
First 3 minutes was, and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, this was a good episode. When I was editing, I'm like, this was a good episode. This is a bummer that's going to clip the entire time. And then about 3 minutes in, like you said, it fell away. So if you listened to it just for the first 3 minutes, couldn't get through it, and said, oh, that's crap. These guys, who are these idiots? Like I was thinking. Get through those 3 minutes and then you're golden. Yeah.
Is it because it was a longer episode? Because you've been doing like more like 45-minute episodes. That was like an hour or something.
I actually just got done recording. I don't know if it was before yours or after yours. 2-hour episode.
Whoa.
A 2-hour episode called Garage Night with Corey Bentley, Craig Bentley, and Kyle Pierce. And so we just sat around and just like you would do with your friend.
Work on a car.
Well, not that. You just have some beers and you just, oh, remember that time when this, or those guys, I didn't know this. They had a lot of, this is a funny story. I'll tell you this. If you haven't listened to it, you might have listened to it, but you didn't listen to it. I know that. So, Kyle used to play, good friend of yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Kyle. I
KP.
love, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
KP.
Corey and Craig Bentley.
I know them.
They kind of are like us a little bit. I don't know if you know this.
I do. I listened to one of their podcasts with you, and I heard a lot of similarities.
Are you making this up?
No,
right
I'm serious.
Okay,
I'm serious. Yeah.
So they all played softball. Okay, together, fast pitch or whatever I call it. I don't know. I think it's softball, adult rec league softball. Okay, yeah. So KP had was on the team, shortstop or this or that. Eventually, he left the team to go on to another team, and they brought in another guy, and they would razz that guy as he's no Kyle Pierce.
Oh.
You're no Kyle Pierce. You're no Kyle Pierce. You're no Kyle Pierce. Okay.
Yeah.
In their fantasy football league, since they've had since 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of how we started talking about having them have a podcast show, is to just talk about fantasy football and this and that. Well, come to find out, after like 8 weeks of me recording, Kyle has never heard this story before, happens to hear this story with them, that this guy, no Kyle Pierce. Okay. So then, in their league, the punishment for being the last place person, would be that the first place team gets to name your team for the entire year next year.
Ooh.
Craig won. That guy lost.
Oh, no.
And his entire season, his team name was
No
Kyle Pierce. You nailed it. Yeah. So
you told the story very well to where I could fill in the blanks.
And then eventually, like 5 years later, he also lost, and they named it No Kyle Pierce Part 2. So how funny would it be that Kyle's never heard this story?
Uh-huh.
What if someone just came up to you and said, "Hey, about 8 years ago, my team name was No Adam Kenney." Would you think like that entire year, my name was used?
That's weird.
Awkward.
Yeah, I would think so.
Kyle did not handle it well.
Oh, really?
Oh, he was pissed. In fact,
Why?
We renamed it Pissed.
Oh, because that's his nickname.
Well, you know how that came about?
No.
Listen to the episode. So anyway, that's a teaser for you guys. But no, he didn't get upset. I'm just joking. But no, but we did talk about Kyle's anger. We talked about how.
Did you do the "Don't Look at Me Scared" story?
No, but we will. We will.
Okay.
I think we've done it in the past. In fact, we should bring on Burrito at some point.
That was me.
Oh, that was you?
That was me and Kyle.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Tell the story. Since it's about you, Kyle will listen. Kyle listens to yours.
Oh, okay. What a nice guy.
He doesn't listen to some others. He's kind of done with some other people, but he likes yours.
Oh, well, hey Kyle.
You want to say hi to him?
Hi.
You want to say a little quick shout out?
Hey Kyle. How's it going? In your car right now, probably. Just, smiling. I see you smiling. Yeah. Well,
did you want to ask him a question real quick?
Yeah. Hey, so how are things going? How's the baby? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Don't. Okay. Well, now? Okay. I love you, Kyle. Bye. So here's the story between Kyle and I. We played basketball for a while, professional basketball, and he would come home every year and he would bring like some different swag, and so he would just kind of hand out things and give things to people.
I love that. He's like Santa Claus.
Yeah, and I don't remember. I'm really bad with like actual details of stories, but I don't remember what it was.
I think it was 1982.
Yes, I was -2 at the time. No, Kyle there was something that Kyle and I both wanted, I think, and Kyle was pretty adamant about it, and he started just screaming at me. No, that's not true.
Was it? Were you grabbing something for me?
I don't remember. No, probably not. I probably just wanted something, and then I kind of did this thing where I was like, I got kind of like wide-eyed.
Because he was getting a little intense.
And I was like, oh, well, and we were just kind of like pushing each other back and forth a little bit, and I was getting like verbally, and like I was like, oh, well, kind of like a guy in like WWF who's like messing with with something. The ref looks at him, he's like, oh, well, I don't what that sort of thing. So I was like, well, I don't know why you're so upset, sort of a thing. And then Kyle's like, don't look at me scared. And I think it was the awkwardness of the moment of like, is Kyle joking or is he being serious right now? And I think it was half and half. I think he was. So now that's been the thing.
Don't look at me scared. I thought that was a burrito thing, but I guess that's just
that was Adam.
That's a you thing.
That's a me.
Wow.
I know. And so since that day, I've never looked at him scared.
That's the moral of the story.
Moral of the story, don't look at him scared.
Don't look at him scared. I wonder if that was the thing that he heard like from a movie or a TV show.
It's such a unique language. I've never heard it before.
Don't look at me scared.
Don't look at me scared.
I mean, are we diving deep? Are we getting into some father issues? Are we getting into some like neighbor? Maybe his neighbor was like, maybe Kyle hit the ball over the fence and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Parker, can I?" And he's like, "Don't look at me scared. You go get the ball." I just screamed at him.
Entirely possible. Maybe there was like a red balloon that was coming out of a sewer grate thing, storm drain. And Kyle peeked down there and there's a clown. Don't look at me scared.
Don't look at me scared. So with Kyle, good guy.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
We're over him. Though.
Yeah, let's move on.
Kyle, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
See you, buddy. All right, so your life isn't in a downturn though.
No,
we've determined
life
that.
is good. Life is good. I'm a month and a half away from teaching my first college class.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's going to look like. We have a. I'm going to vent a little bit here.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm excited for it. So there's nothing wrong with the way the school's handled anything. It's like, but the coronavirus has made it impossible to have a normal class. Obviously, everybody knows this, and so I'm going into this first professorship job, whatever it's adjunct job, where I'm teaching art and I'm teaching oil painting. And every art class I've taken in my academic career, like you sit there in a big classroom in a big studio, and then you paint or you draw, and your professor walks around and gives you advice or whatever, helps you out, gives you small lectures. It's not really like a lecture format, you know? And so all of a sudden though, like this class is completely online. So everything I have to do is through word, through talking and through videos and stuff like that, through Zoom. So I don't know how I'm going to do this class exactly, but I have to kind of like tone it down and totally kind of reinvent what an oil painting class can be, because it's completely online. Did you catch all that?
Well,
no,
I did. I can do two things. Believe it or not, I can do two things.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Repeat everything I just said back to me.
Really hard to teach online because you can't walk around the classroom and give like little tidbits of like, hey, let me. Oh, I've noticed that you're not doing this completely correctly, or you want to do this a little bit better. Here's a little tip for you here and there. Oil painting is like probably the hardest thing to teach for the most part when it comes to art. And that would be a very difficult thing to teach online. I think I got it. Was I right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
What'd I miss?
Well, it would have been more engaging. The thing is, I feel like if you were actually like listening to me instead of being on your phone, I could speak more engagingly, because I'd have somebody who's reacting to what I'm saying.
It's my biggest pet peeve with Joey and a few others. I get it, but I've got texts coming in about plans and this and that, so I've got to like kind of semi work with it a little bit. I got it, okay, but let me engage a little bit more. Have you thought of anything that you're going to do to negate that? Have you thought...
Negate what?
The part that where you can't like really... Are you going to have people like hold their canvases to the camera? How are you going to do this?
I don't know. I don't know. Like the first thing that's the question.
You know what'd be great?
Trying to figure it out. What?
Is if you started your class completely nude. You were completely nude, and you said,
"Paint me like one of your French girls."
Yes, and then just
psych, class?
And just say, "Psych, I'm actually the professor."
You know what's funny is that I wanted to do some, maybe because I've watched Arrested Development too much or something, but I wanted to do something on the first day of class where like I'm sitting at a desk like I'm another student, and then like people wait for the professor, and then I'm like, "Where could the professor be?" I don't know. What? Well, actually, it's me, and then stand up or something. I didn't really have a great punchline for it, but
that was actually a decent punchline. I'm trying to think what it was. Who's Arrested Development?
Tobias. He's like, he's directing the play. He's like, how can this play be without a director? And then he's like, oh, that's gonna be me or something.
I like that. So you don't know.
I don't know. I mean, first of all, I got off on the wrong foot with the whole thing because the last art like painting class I ever took was a grad level class, so it was a lot more in depth. And so I was like drawing on that, and then the head of the department was like, "This is a class that's going to be no prerequisites. It's going to be it's a 100 level class. There's going to be people like coming in, not art majors, so it needs to be a little more, approachable." So then I'm like, okay, well then I have to change my whole plan, which is fine because I can make it more fun. I was looking at it way too academically. I was thinking, it's a still life painting class. So I was thinking, hey, we could have fun assignments like, what 3 things represent you that you want to paint, as a still life, things like that. That would be more fun than like, okay, we're going to look at complementary colors and blah, blah, blah. And also, I don't know, I felt like I had to teach everything I knew about art in this class. And so I'm going to tone that down. So there's that. I don't know. It's just,
you know what you should do?
I'll watch figure out.
When does this thing kick off?
It'll be in 2 days. No, I'm kidding. It's in January.
Maybe practice on Madden. Like, hey, Madden, I'm going to do this Zoom. Because I'm telling you right now, I do Zoom things all the time for my work. I have to practice my Zoom because I give webinars at my work.
Yeah.
And I learn, oh, shoot, I messed up here. I messed up there. I messed up here. I'm going to skip over that. And then the technical difficulties of it, I'm telling you, dude, maybe throw some Zoom invites to Madden and just kind of say, hey, here's my first class. Help me out here.
Okay. That's a good idea.
I'm sure she would absolutely love it. And that's the type of brain you're going to be going into, right? Like a lot of these, she's just turned 17. So you're going to need 18, 19, 20-year-old brains. Mm-hmm. So I think you should do this. Play it up. Picture this being your own Beekman's World, right?
I showed a clip of that. Who was I showing that to? I think Amber. She had no idea what that was.
No, probably nobody knows.
It's fun though when you like. I'll listen to podcasts or whatever, or like I'll watch guys play video games and stuff, and they will mention Beekman's World. I've heard people mention Beekman's World. That's always fun. It's like, oh yeah,
the rat guy was one of the best. He'd have the cheese rolled up in the t-shirt. The girl, I forgot her name. She was good too.
Yeah.
It's good. But you should do that. Okay.
Okay.
Painter hat, maybe? Are you gonna try to do the painter hat?
No, I'm not gonna. I want to make it fun. I want to make it fun, but
oversized sunglasses.
No, there's a fine line between fun and being the butt of a joke.
I have not figured that one out yet.
I want to be fun, but I want to be, like I don't know, cool too. The cool fun teacher.
I'm the cool, mysterious guy.
I'm like, if you had Ryan Gosling as your professor.
Can I tell you a story? Don't do this.
Okay.
I was a class clown when I was a senior in high school. Okay.
You were?
Yeah. I would probably huge shoes for you to fill. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
That had to been rough.
They were clown shoes.
Did you feel pressure real quick? Did you feel pressure?
Did you? Travis has his arm extended out to me like he's Maury Povich right now. He's like,
did you feel pressure?
Did you feel? A slight amount, yeah.
Did you feel like, I have to be funny because my brother's funny?
No, I kind of viewed you as like a lesson in not in a negative way, in like no. I know that sounded wrong, but like.
I still do.
No. I viewed you as like, okay, this is what works. So like go out on a limb sometimes. Like go out of your comfort zone a little bit sometimes because people tend to like that.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of that and then it worked. Like I would literally in my mind be thinking to myself, if I do this right now, like if I led the wave or if I did some weird dancing out on the basketball court or something like that, I'd be like, this has the risk of making me look stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. And maybe it's the mind of a teenager or something like that. So I would do the dancing of the wave and stuff and people loved it. So it was like, okay, well, this seems to work okay.
You're welcome.
And then, but then I in college, I decided
I don't want to do
that all the time anymore. I kind of want to pump the brakes on that.
Good segue. So here we go. Senior in high school. By the way, I think you were funnier than I was when you eclipsed. I looked at myself as like a Justin Bergstrom, and I looked at you as like a Todd Bergstrom. Like that's
a reference everybody's going to get.
Everyone is going to get that reference far and wide.
Uh-huh.
Justin was a funny guy, a little more goofy, animated, dry humor. Todd Bergstrom was definitely more goofy, but like not as wild and crazy. Just well-timed, funny, good faces, good voices, stuff like that.
Okay.
I feel like
I was always told that. See, I've always felt you were funnier than me and more engaging than me, but I was always told that your sort of joke per minute would give you more bad jokes than good jokes, or you'd have just as many bad jokes as good jokes.
Yeah.
but that because I was a little more quiet or reserved with my joking, I tended to have a better punch to my jokes.
Bigger punch. Here's the thing: Michael Jordan, he's got to shoot. He's gonna make.
He's got to do what?
He's got to shoot. There's 100.
He's got to take a big shot.
He, you know who missed the most points in their entire or most shots in their entire career?
Probably Steve
Michael
Scheffler.
Jordan.
Oh.
I'm making that up, I think, but
he missed a lot. I know
he missed a lot because he had to shoot a lot. Okay, so that's how I am too.
Yeah,
rapid fire. So when it comes to,
there's a quote that he said, and I don't remember it, and I know that's what you're getting at. He's like, I missed all the shots I took, except for the ones that I made.
Except for the ones that went in.
Yeah.
Segue.
I think he missed more buzzer beaters than he made. Something like that.
Something to that extent. I was at class clowning when I was in high school, this and that.
Yeah.
I wanted
Big shoes to fill.
I wanted to change that. Let's talk about myself now. I wanted to become the reserved, quiet, mysterious one. Because after a while, you start second guessing yourself. You start going, they only like me because I make them laugh. They only like me because I make them feel good about themselves. A lot of something about Mary. You guys only like Mary not because of who she is, but how she makes you feel. Brett Favre, and then he walks out. That's exactly, I think, almost word for word what he says.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's because it's always resounded with me. I've always felt like I know I'm not Mary, the looks wise, but I think that there's times where I make people feel good, entertained, they laugh, and so you start getting this weird like vibe where you're like, do they even like me for me? And so there's times where I will just become a quiet brick out in the world,
in the wild
of life.
That's a great mental picture.
I'm just a quiet brick.
Just a quiet brick
in the middle of a forest.
In a wall. You're just another brick in the wall.
I am just another brick in the wall.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to this Young Life camp that I'm going to work at. This is right out of high school. I'm going to work for a month, and I purposely went and bought like this like windbreaker, snap up,
yeah,
and sunglasses. And I'm like, I'm just going to be... And I now realize that I thought I was going for a cool look.
Yeah.
I looked like that creepy observer guy in like a bar. Like who's just like there just like looking for chicks or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like just a voyeur type of a guy. Bad vibes probably. I probably gave off some bad vibes. I was there for a month.
Sounds mysterious.
It was super mysterious. For 2 weeks. For 2 weeks... I didn't tell one joke. I maybe talked to 3 people. Mm-hmm. I didn't really laugh. Even if it was funny, I'm like, I'm not going to laugh at this because if I start laughing, it's like an alcoholic. I'm not going to have a sip. Because before long, if I have a sip, I'm having a drink. And if I'm going to drink, I'm having 10 drinks. Next thing you know. So I knew I would just slip into being the laugher guy. And then I would turn into the joke guy.
The Joker.
The joke. They know who I am. And so then I reserved myself. Wait. Okay, yeah, I'll hold on.
Yeah, let me just interject.
Jump in there.
So this is Malibu?
No, this is Wild Horse Canyon.
Wild Horse Canyon. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, so you've already branched out socially from when you were at Malibu. Okay, I see. I understand now because I was going to say how much of it was nerves?
No, it was no nerves. It was right out after I was the class clown, my senior year. Okay. I graduated, all that. Mr. HS is behind us. Difference, though. You're absolutely right. I was the same way. Not the mysterious. I'm like purposely being mysterious. I was like, I don't know anyone. When I went to Malibu, made friends there in Mayor.
But you were really funny, at least amongst friends and family before then.
I was decently funny, but
you were very funny.
Hilarious.
Torb. Torb. Come on. Now.
The original root beer. The best nickname you can give yourself. One. Still in my email.
Shout out Centers.
Shout out Centers. Shout out Senators.
Sounders.
Cracking. Anyway, 2 weeks in. Not talking to anyone. Not laughing with anyone. I couldn't handle it. I was literally the guy got out my pops guy. I'm like, all right, I got to get out. This is who I am. I am not this mysterious guy. Next thing I know, I'm telling jokes. By 4th week, the hottest girl at our camp.
Kelly Kapowski.
It was Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah.
You've seen this.
This was the Hawaiian episode.
It what?
Where they, and then I think Leah Remini was in it.
And her dad was there. We never got along. In fact, Kelly wasn't on the island at the time.
That's true.
It was just me and Screech.
No, wait. You were Screech.
No, but this is
No, it was you, Zach, and Slater.
This is true. This is the truth.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I remember her because I remember there was
Christy, and so I'm riding the bus back to where we're supposed to all get. She was from San Jose, and I was from Washington, and just the love that would never work out. But in fact, Brandon Petra and I, we kept in contact. Brandon Petra and I, we flew down to San Jose, stayed at her, and she was like typical California girl, had her own pool house, like
Compton,
like Fresh. No, it's like Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like they had their own pool house. Like I lived in this pool house for like 3 or 4 nights with Brandon Petra. We took a bus down to Southern California, him and me. Super scary. I don't know how I survived. I was in Watts in a Greyhound bus station against a wall, like in the middle of the night, and it was scary for me. But obviously, I made it, but it was like I was like, what have I done? And a lot of these things, and this is a recurring thing.
What have I done
in my life?
I ask myself this question all the time.
This sounds super fun.
How did I get here?
I'm going to do this. This is the first thought. Greyhound, yeah, let's have an adventure.
Yeah,
let's go do that. Then halfway, I'm in the middle of doing something. I realize, what have I done? This was not what I was planning, and now I see why I shouldn't have ever planned this. That happens quite a bit in my life.
I'd say maybe to a lesser extent these days. There's moments,
but
that's for everybody has moments like that. Like seriously, how many conversations have I had with myself or with somebody else? Like I talk to myself all the time about this. no, but like how often does somebody ask themselves, like, why me? Like, why did I do this? Or how did this happen to me? Right. That's everybody. Everybody has that. But I will say, I don't know the point of your entire story there. What was
So I went in with the idea of being mysterious.
How'd that work out?
For 2 weeks. Okay, so I got some feedback. I actually talked to Christy later. I'm like, she goes, you are not who I thought you would be. Like, I'm now this fun dude. I lived a teenage movie in like 4 weeks. I was a nerd, like, hey guy, not even nerd, like this, like, who's this guy? He doesn't talk to anyone. All of a sudden, boom, hair tie comes out of my hair. I let it down. Look at me. I'm looking pretty again. Glasses, put on the contacts. I took a shower. Life is looking good.
I'm looking a shower?
No, what I'm saying, the girl, right?
Yeah, I know, but you haven't taken showers up to this point?
I'm just joking, but what I'm saying is all of a sudden I'm a bombshell.
Yeah.
I'm not really
in your own words.
Personality bombshell is what I'm saying. And so personality bombshell. And she was like, I didn't know who you were. I could not figure you out for the first 2 weeks. I was like, who is this guy? This guy's kind of weird. This guy's kind of like mysterious. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bingo, that's what I was going for. Nailed it. Crushed it. Give me a friggin' Emmy. And then then she goes, but then you start telling jokes. I'm like, you're funny. You're funny. Like, what happened? What changed? And I'm like, girls dig the mysterious guy, don't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say she noticed. Yeah.
Hey,
is that Pantene?
They like the mysterious guy, don't they? Where's the Joker? Where's the drugs? Have you ever seen The Bad Man?
I think so.
Dude, they're so funny. He's just the worst. Anyway,
but I was gonna say, it sounds like she actually did notice you when you were mysterious, and she was like curious, who is this guy?
And then all of a sudden he comes,
and then she finds out. She's like, friend zone.
Dun, 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 dun.
What is that?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, the pop goes the
I was the Jack in the Box. What's this box? It's got a little thing on the side. I'm gonna just kind of
so then when that box opens, then the mystery's gone, and she's like,
"Yeah, mystery's gone." And how fast do you want to push that thing back into its box? And shut it. I'm out of here. I'm done. I am done. Nobody likes the Jack in the Box.
We seem to always get very psychiatrist-y in here.
Psychotic.
Yeah. But I was going to say, though, that, like, for whatever, like, you're right, though. For all the young men out there who are lonely and wondering, hey, Kyle, listen.
Kyle's anger is a Jack in the Box because you don't know. You have no clue. You're like, oh, this is playing a nice melody. I think he's fine. Everything's good. Pop.
Kyle?
Goes Kyle's anger.
Don't look at me angry here. No. Any young men out there, like literally, women love funny guys. Women love outgoing guys. Women love all that sort of stuff. But you have to have a little bit of reservation. I noticed that's like... That really, as I kind of grew up a little bit, I got a little more reserved in different ways. I got a little more, hey, I'm not like going to be smothering you. And things seem to work out. Let
me tell you this, girls don't love that reservation in the bedroom. Am I right, Adam? With smothering. Woo!
We just high-fived.
Just kidding.
It's kind of a weird high five.
That was a super awkward high five. Cold, clammy high five.
There's no real slap of the hands. It was like two hands pressed against each other and slowly like moved off.
But speaking of that, I feel like I've had to tone it down.
Yeah.
But have you had to tone it up?
No.
Because you already kind of come across as a reserved guy for most people.
I see what you're saying. No, to me, it all depends on comfort level. So like, just the other day I was talking with Amber and she was like, if I had known this about you, we would not have gotten married. And then we started throwing dishes and stuff. No, no, I'm kidding.
The spirited conversations that you have with your spouse.
That's all a joke. No, but I think that at a certain level, I start to get comfortable enough around a person. It's very rare that I'll be outgoing and excitable around a person I've just met. But sometimes I can be it's all comfort level for me. I don't know. And I think there's maybe some psychology to that. But no, I don't feel like I need to tone it up. Sometimes when I feel like I need to tone it up, you know what I do?
What do you do?
I tone it down. No,
even more so.
I just like slink off into the shadows. No, but that feels awkward when I do tone it up sometimes because I'm like, I really need to turn it up here. Then things get weirder and more awkward.
Not necessarily. Here's the thing. Here's Adam. I'm gonna rank yours. Okay.
You're ranking my what? My muscles?
Yeah. Here's some top. I don't know top 5. I can do that. But here's some top ways where Adam.
All of this was a big segue into this top 5 list.
Where Adam may think like. Where you may think, oh, Adam's just a regular guy, fun dude.
He's not.
I can have a beer with him. But then in these areas, you will see a different side of Adam that you've never seen before.
Sports.
Number 1 has to be a dance floor. A dance floor where there's music, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a bar, music's pumping, the flow's good, and you may just be an observer hanging out. You may be part of like maybe just a friend group, just kind of chilling with this friend group. Next thing you know, Adam is popping and locking on the dance floor, feeling the beat, feeling the groove, getting the laughs. Do you agree or disagree with this?
Single Ladies comes on, I'm out there. All my single ladies. Is that the name of that song? I don't know. Yeah, I do. I get down on the dance floor, and people I've had multiple times where somebody comes up to me afterwards like, I had no idea. Oh, you're so fun to dance with.
Yeah, multiple people.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one area, right?
I like to dance.
You like to dance, and that's where you come.
Dance.
You come out of your shell a little bit, right?
Sure.
I would say okay. Second,
do you think I'm in a shell?
No, but what I'm saying,
is this just a figure of speech? Or are you trying to say something?
No, when you're reserved and then you come out here's this Adam I never saw. I never would have guessed that Adam could go from being just sitting there talking about board games to be
John
out there.
Travolta.
Yes.
Okay.
Agree?
So you're implying board games are boring and reserved.
I'm just saying, like you'd be sitting there saying, "Hey, I was playing Battlestar."
Whatever you say.
Okay. The second
Battlestar Galactica.
The second thing that I would say that brings Adam out of the shell is where he fails tremendously in front of people multiple times. You will see a side of Adam of like he will go from angry jokes like to then full on what's that thing where you turn into not a cartoon character, but you just over like do every frustration move where you're just like re-hacking swings, pretending you're going to throw your club in, playing volleyball, and you're like, pooh! Like you turn this absolute lackluster performance that you are doing at the moment where you failed multiple times in front of a large group of people and you then pretend you're going to hit somebody with a golf club. Like, that's the fun part too. That's like you being on the dance floor. Like, you get into this whole other realm where people may have never thought, which makes it funny. This reserved, kind of calm guy turns into an absolute psychotic monster.
Yep.
Agree?
Yeah, I've witnessed that. So are any of these going to be, well, I guess the dancing one was good. I think for me, the second one you mentioned was I get frustrated, obviously.
Right.
And I don't know how to respond, because I think the way out of frustration for me is to get some laughs. And so, I don't know. I guess I don't really think about it too much. I'm not like thinking about, okay, if I do this is going to help me feel better. It's just like a natural thing for me to be like, well, I'm pretty frustrated at myself because I know I can do better. Like I can play something pretty well. And then when I don't, then it's like, well, how am I going to salvage this for myself or something? I don't know. I don't think about it. But yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
I had to think about it later after I punched that guy out.
And then danced on him.
I had to think about it for 48 hours in a jail cell.
Another way to get Adam out of his shell, his reservedness, is to bring up something that Adam is really interested in. Like if you say, hey, Adam, tell me about blank, and then he's just going to go really into it. That's
partially true. I'd say it had to be something I'm actually like feeling very interested in, because there's some things that I'm like, that I am interested in, that I get very self-conscious about how well I can express it.
Yeah.
To where then I almost get more reserved. So like last time I was on here and we wanted to talk about my website and stuff. I just try to get through that as fast as possible, because it's like, I don't want to bore people with like my website talk and my art and stuff like that. I just get self-conscious about some of that stuff. And then I don't want to, I'm not a very good salesman. I feel like I'm pushing something on somebody if I'm trying to push my interests on somebody. So even if somebody was to bring up board games, it's like, okay, I'm interested in board games, but I have to kind of read the room and be like, does this person actually want to hear about board games? Because if I talk about these games I like, they might get real bored real fast and I'm going to feel stupid. So it just depends on what we're talking about.
Right. I think that truth be told, what you need in your life.
Oh boy. Tell me.
When you I'm just kidding. When you teach, I would throw some music on in the background. Get the flow feeling. Maybe not loud for everyone to hear, maybe just a little bit in the background.
All right.
Pretend it's your own webcam.
Listen,
and you're out
class.
there painting and this and that.
Just do like a rap.
Yeah, and you just got this, like, you're friggin'... Well, no, not even...
We got some paint. Ain't that fun?
No, but I'm saying like...
We're gonna paint it until it's done. Now paint a 1 and paint a 2. Paint some red and then some blue.
What if you did a paint by numbers college class?
That'd be kind of cool.
That was a good song, by the way.
Thank you.
Very good. But yes, I think
freestyle.
I think you should not sing and do your hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? You know, you're not gonna do that. But I think what you should do is just have it playing in the background, maybe even playing in your head. Picture the dance floor. That canvas is your dance floor, okay?
Yeah.
And you're just
then get really frustrated about something.
No,
and start making big jokes.
See that line see that thing I just painted? Put way too much paint on. Isn't that cool?
Put some more. Let's put a little more paint.
Look, I'm a professor, guys. I'm a professor. Oh, look what I can do. I'm teaching a class. You are
class dismissed.
You are Andy Bernard sometimes with that thing. You should turn into Andy Bernard.
I just watched the clip where he is in the sumo outfit and then he falls into the water and starts floating away. And Angela's like, he's like, Angela, help me. She's like, what? I can't. I'm literally right in front of you floating away. I don't know what you're talking about. Angela. Pretty good stuff.
Anyway.
Good stuff. Okay.
That was good. So I think that you should play some music in the background. Don't be Mr. Serious, but make it fun.
Mr. Furious.
We've always said this. If we could combine personalities we would be probably one of the coolest people in the world, making the best decisions ever.
We've always said that.
We've always said that.
Ever since we were 6 and 4.
When we're the
Kenney brothers. There's nothing we can't do.
When we stick together, we're not afraid of you.
Kyle.
If you don't look at me scared. If you know where that's from, you can't. I guarantee you can't Google it.
Send us a gift. Hey, if you know where that's from, send us some gifts.
If you know exactly where that song came from, it's not. We didn't make it up. We watched it on a TV show. There's your hint. It was a special. There's your other hint.
Yeah.
And if you know what it is,
send all money payable to
$100 to us with a note attached that tells us what that's from.
Yeah, 100 to each of us.
Yes.
Made payable to
us.
All
right, there you go. Anyway, we're gonna wrap things up real quick, okay? But can we get a little update? We don't have to go deep into your website, but has anything changed?
My website. No, but no, not really. I've just been, I have a shop on there. I did sell a print recently, which is really nice. I like selling prints. So if you want to make me feel good, buy a print. Go to adamkenneyart.com.
You know what I want you to do?
Buy a print. I also have, all sorts of merchandise. You can get mugs and notebooks and stuff. It's pretty cool.
adamkenneyart.com?
adamkenneyart.com.
Can you paint a picture that's a print?
A visual picture.
Of prints.
And sell it as a print.
Putting
prints.
Handprints. Did he make the Walk of Fame? And
Probably.
Then you can say it's a prints of Prince.
It's a print of Prince.
Boom. And actually, that one print could have multiple prints of that Prince of Prince with the Prince.
Sounds like a lot of work for one joke. So I'll get right on it.
All right. I think we're going to keep this a shorter one.
Okay.
Everyone, thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys. Quick shout out to the people that sponsor Full Buddy Cast. We want to say thank you very much to Cole Street Brewery. Shout out to Sean. Go there, take your picture with him or the sign. Get the VIP treatment. That will be some money off your drinks. Bordeaux Wine Bar in town. That's actually going to be moving. That's going to be a nice little spot. They're going to be in that spa center area, which is right across the street from the library. They're not there yet, but that'll be a nice little spot. You could bounce between Cole Street and Bordeaux and just enjoy your night there. Also mention John's, what was it? John's
Beaver.
John's Beaver to get a VIP treatment there as well. It'd be hilarious if you did that, actually. Please let me know if you do that. Please let me know if you do that. Pretty please let me know if you do that. And then also Mazatlan, go say hi to Andy Cardenas. Get yourself that Hollenbeck Chalupa. Hollenbeck Chalupa is made famous by Full Buddy Cast and Holler with Hollenbeck. We get Adam something. The random chat with Adam burger over at the... I don't know. I'm just kidding. I can't say other names out here. But what would you want? If you could have any food named after you. Andy actually tried to name... He's like, do you want a menu item to me?
Oh.
And I'm like, what's your best seller?
Oh, there you go. Nice.
To do that. I was thinking about the Kenney Arsada. Kenney Arsada.
Ah, that's smart. I like that.
Yeah, but Joey said no to that because he knew I'd destroy him in it.
Oh. Well, I'll take that then.
The Kenney Arsada?
Yeah.
All right.
Joey won't say no to me.
Ooh, fight him.
No, he's 3 times my size.
Have you seen him lately? 4 times. No, I'm kidding.
He's a large mammal.
He is. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Shout out. Go hit up Patreon. Thank you, Adam, for being a Patreon subscriber right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's going to last, but I appreciate the 1 month.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. No obligation.
Oh, no, I'm going month to month on that. Right?
Month to month rent. I like that.
Yeah.
Month to month Patreon.
I'll be staying there.
Other people hit it up too. Patreon. Go look at Full Buddy Cast. Buy us a beer. Appreciate all of you. And have a great week. And Kyle,
Kyle?
keep on smiling.
Hey,
buddy.
drive safe.
Drive safe.